Welcome back to the K-Pop Arcade channel, in the dazzling world of entertainment, where every smile is captured and every gesture is analyzed. Authenticity often feels like something distant, almost unreachable. Cameras flash endlessly, conversations are carefully measured, and emotions, more often than not, are filtered through the expectations of millions watching from afar. Yet sometimes, something quietly genuine manages to slip through. Not a dramatic confession, not a headline-making moment, but something softer, something subtle. And for many fans, that quiet authenticity appears whenever Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai share the same space. There is something about their presence together that feels different. It's not loud. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't rely on exaggerated gestures or scripted sweetness. Instead, their connection unfolds gently, almost like a scene that wasn't meant to be noticed, yet somehow becomes unforgettable. When they appear side by side, the atmosphere seems to soften. Their conversations flow naturally. Their smiles appear unforced. And in those small, fleeting moments, something quietly meaningful begins to emerge. But among all the subtle details fans have observed, one moment continues to stand out. The way Song Weilong looks at Zhao Jinmai. It's not a dramatic stare. It's not something designed for the cameras. It's quieter than that. His gaze often lingers just a little longer than expected. Calm, steady, attentive, as if, in that brief moment, the noise around them fades into background. In interviews, during promotional events, or even in behind-the-scenes footage, this quiet detail appears again and again, while others glance around or shift their focus. Song Weilong's attention often settles gently in Zhao Jinmai's direction, and there's something unmistakably sincere about it. It's not about intensity. It's about presence. The kind of presence that suggests he's fully there, listening, observing, and quietly appreciating the moment without needing to say a word. For many viewers, that subtle focus feels deeply human, because sometimes a simple glance can reveal more than any carefully chosen sentence ever could. Zhao Jinmai, on the other hand, brings a completely different energy, light, refreshing, and naturally warm. Known for her bright personality and effortless charm, she carries herself with a relaxed confidence that feels genuine rather than constructed. Her laughter comes easily, her reactions feel spontaneous, and her presence brings a quiet brightness wherever she goes. When she's around Song Weilong, that natural warmth seems to grow even more evident. Her smiles appear softer, her expressions more relaxed. There's a sense of comfort in her demeanor, like she's completely at ease. It's subtle but noticeable. Together, they create a balance that feels remarkably natural. His calm attentiveness meets her gentle brightness. His quiet focus complements her easy warmth. And in those small shared moments, their dynamic begins to unfold. It's not built on grand gestures. It's built on small exchanges. A brief glance across the room, a shared smile during a conversation, a quiet pause that somehow feels meaningful. These moments may seem simple, but sometimes simplicity is what makes something truly compelling. Fans have begun to notice these details more closely, and slowly, interpretations started to grow. Many describe their interaction as something that feels purer, not necessarily in the sense of confirmed romance, but as a connection grounded in sincerity, respect, and quiet understanding. Because what stands out most is not intensity, but gentleness. It's the way their energy aligns, the way their conversations flow without strain, the way silence between them never feels awkward. For many viewers, these small moments feel refreshingly real, especially in an industry often filled with polished performances and carefully crafted narratives. Of course, curiosity naturally follows. Are these moments a reflection of something genuine, or simply the result of strong professional chemistry? It's a question that continues to linger, unanswered, yet endlessly fascinating. But perhaps that uncertainty is part of the magic, because when something isn't clearly defined, it allows people to connect with it in their own way. Fans begin to notice details. They revisit clips. They analyze expressions. And in doing so, they find meaning in moments that might otherwise pass unnoticed. Yet beyond speculation, one thing remains clear. There's a visible sense of comfort between them. In an industry shaped by pressure and constant attention, genuine ease between two people is something rare. And when it appears, quietly and naturally, it becomes something people can't help but notice. Their interactions become a reminder that not all meaningful connections need to be loud or dramatic. Sometimes, the most powerful emotions are expressed in silence. A glance, a smile, a quiet moment of understanding. These small details often carry more weight than grand declarations ever could. Perhaps that's why their dynamic resonates with so many people. In a world filled with exaggerated stories and dramatic narratives, there's something deeply comforting about witnessing something that feels simple and sincere. It reminds us of the beauty of quiet connections, the kind that doesn't demand attention, but naturally draws people in. And in the end, whether what exists between Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai is love or simply a meaningful connection may never be fully known. But maybe it doesn't need to be, because what truly matters is the feeling it creates, the warmth, the curiosity, and the quiet joy of witnessing something that feels real. Sometimes, love doesn't need to be spoken. Sometimes, it lives quietly in the way someone looks at another person, with softness, with presence, with sincerity that cannot be easily imitated. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes it so special. So after seeing these moments, what do you think? Do you believe that the way Song Weilong looks at Zhao Jinmai is simply part of the professional chemistry? Or could it be something more genuine? Sometimes, the quietest moments tell the most meaningful stories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. And until the next story, sometimes the most beautiful connections are the ones that don't need words at all.